Questions for Cal?
Initial reaction to seeing the name being called? I know you guys had the inkling that it was going to happen, but it has to be nice to be in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody kind of breathes a sigh of relief when it's official up there, and you know, we're excited with the matchup. I think it's going to be, you know, an awesome game. You know, we're excited. We're playing good hockey right now, but I think it's a good thing for Irish hockey to be back in the tournament.
It's obviously a familiar opponent. You've seen them a number of times throughout the years. What are the challenges, I guess, in preparing for a team that I guess you guys know each other pretty well?
Yeah, you know, I think we know that, you know, they're a very good offensive team, you know, one of the best in the country. You know, so I think that's going to be the biggest thing to address is just, you know, making sure that we have kind of a defense-first mentality and, you know, don't want to get into a track meet with a team like that. But we've handled that, you know, all year. You know, Hockey East is a high-scoring league, and, you know, a lot of teams have that. But, you know, just having a history with them, you know, playing them a couple times I think is good, just the familiar opponent. But, you know, I think it's safe to say we're both, you know, two different teams than, you know, we were.
How much of a motivating factor after playing so well in that second half of the season to come out and not play as well against UMass Lowell as you wanted? Is that motivation for you guys as you head into the national tournament?
Yeah, you know, I think we realized, you know, what we did against UMass Lowell was unacceptable, and you know, obviously there's a little bit of an experience factor. You know, that's a team that has some guys that, you know, have been to, you know, Boston Garden every year that they've played. But you know, it wasn't an excuse for how we came out. But I think, you know, starting tomorrow with practice is going to be a completely, you know, different mindset, and if anything, it relights, you know, the fire that, you know, maybe we were a little, you know, complacent with just getting to there. And I think now that it's kind of, you know, winter, your season's over, I think we'll be back at it.
How much did you learn from last season getting knocked down in the NCAA tournament, especially you as a goalie?
You know, learned a lot. You know, it's like you said, you know, kind of every year you gain, you know, new experiences. Even though we lost, I thought last year the game that we played against Michigan was one of our best of the year, and you know, I expect, you know, nothing different this year. I think we have guys that will rise to the occasion, especially the guys that have been there last year with the sophomores and juniors and seniors, and you know, we're going to need those guys, you know, to lead the way. You know, just with having gone through that last year.
Coach Jackson talked about you being a closer. What does being a closer mean?
You know, for me, it's just, you know, going out in the third period and being able to shut down teams. And, you know, I think if I do that, you know, our third periods have been have been our strong point all year. So, you know, putting ourselves in a position to win a game in the third period and then being able to, you know, shut them down, I think is kind of my mindset, and it's something that I've tried to do my 3 years here.
Are jitters as a goalie just a part of human nature and whatnot, or how quickly can you get those out of your stomach?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like it's all experience. You know, I think, you know, nervousness is kind of something that's always going to come with, you know, especially as the games, you know, get higher and higher. But, you know, for me, it's kind of try and keep, you know, level-headed out there. You know, the pucks find their way the same way. You know, you're playing the same teams, but you know, we're excited and I'm excited, and I mean, having that experience last year in the tournament is going to really help.
What do you think you need to work on in order to be that closer for Minnesota next Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just going into the third period with the same mindset and you know, being strong in there, trying to be, you know, a rock and talk to my defensemen and make sure that, you know, everybody's on the same page. You know, having a young defensive group, but you know, we've grown up a lot, especially the second half, and I think, like I said, third periods have been a strength of ours.
Thanks, Cal.
Thanks, guys.